Pierce and Officer Bradley followed the intruder to the secret meeting place of a cult set in a network of underground caves right under the Hawkins Manor. They witnessed a strange ceremony led by a Charles Hawkins, very much alive. Bradley tried to arrest him, but Hawkins, whose body displayed various mutations, disemboweled the police officer. As he tried to escape from him, Pierce found himself prisoner of a rockfall. Rushed to the Riverside Institute, he is in a critical state. And with this, we are back. Welcome back to episode 6, I believe, at this point, of Let's Play Call of Cthulhu. We found ourselves in the Mental Institute, Riverside, trying to escape, and on the last part, we managed to get this lovely little wheel, and it looks like we have to turn it again to amp up the pressure. Nice. That's perfect. This one's up as well. And I think there was a third one that we might have to crank up as well. Oh, but we still... Oh, but we can't do it.
There's nothing happening.
Okay, so we need to find yet another one. Alright. Oh no, I shouldn't. I actually don't need to go here. Through here. Okay. So it's been a few days. 1, 2, 3. It's been a few days since I last played. I will just have to reorganize my thoughts and kind of think about where I left off. I think we can't go through here, right?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Okay. Let's see. Let's be careful and crouch our way through. Oh yeah, I think I vaguely remember we just did this. That was the green cable. I believe we needed one more. Right. I think we spoke to one of the inmates. What did he want? He wanted something. Some medicine, I believe. Do we have that potentially? Let's just check. Inventory. Pincers. This bolt cutter is able to overcome a padlock or a chain. Nothing else really. Okay. I believe we did find some somewhere though, but we didn't put them... We didn't take them. Oh yes. That gruesome display. Let me just have a quick look. I believe there's one that's still missing here. Here. Let's close the door. There's some stuff here. We can't take anything, alright. I think this is where we can hide. We don't need to, that's alright. Nothing there. Yeah, I believe we actually went through all of those things already.
Anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising. Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy, and a full shelf on cephalopods.
No. Okay. Oh, shit. There's someone coming. Right. The yellow cable goes through here. Oh, looks like we've done this one already. It's fine. So it's only the red one missing. Oh, jeez. Oh shit, someone's coming, someone's coming, someone's coming. Did you know? I think you saw nothing. Gosh, that scared the living crap out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Oof. Alright. I think we're good. Hope we're good.
Who's there?
Nobody. Go away. Go away.
You there!
Shit. Last checkpoint. It had to happen sooner or later. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, we can see there's one more missing and it's the red one. Just wait for him to pass by. Okay. Let's see, so he's going through the middle. Let's not walk past this guy again. Oh, here's where we could have hid. Some broken stuff here, don't know. It's a bit silly that he found us there, even though it is so dark. That one is going in there, so we need to distract this guy over there. Which means we have to find some medicine. This is where the guy is that wanted something. That's where he's standing. Well, maybe let's not go any further there then. Okay. Where did we see the medicine?
So, have you got him?
Not yet.
Hurry up, if you don't want them to find you.
Okay. Else could we go take a look? Oh, something must be here. Breviary of Medicine, Tome 1. This heavy tome, the first in a series of 3 volumes, is the bedside book of every experienced practitioner. It contains all the recent advances in modern medicine. It is frequently found in the libraries of major medical universities. It is surprising to discover a copy in such an isolated place as Darkwater. Okay. Medicine progression, very nice. We like that. But there should also be something small and green in here. Down here, let's take a close look around. Oh, look at that. How wonderful.
The door is blocked on the other side.
That's alright. Yeah, we could technically go through there again, but we don't really need to. So let's install that wheel. But it still doesn't help us with our quest for the pills. We do need that last... We do need that last room. Game saved, excellent.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
Okay, yeah. One more piece to the puzzle. But we are getting close now. Let's close this one.
He'll find me. He can see me.
Let's calm down, please.
There's the doctor.
No. Ah! Ah!
Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research.
Francis?
Kill me. Kill me.
What?
If you don't kill me, he will.
My poor friend, I fear your mind is lost forever.
We can hear something, but we don't see anybody. So that's really... It's really odd. Okay, let's go around here, because we saw that there were 2 guards standing straight ahead there. Yeah. Administration. I don't think it was in there. Over here? No. Oh, this was where we originally came from, wasn't it? That guy doesn't seem to be noticing us, so that's fine. I can't really go through here. Maybe something on this little cabinet? Nope. That was the room. That was ours where we were locked in. No. Okay. No, they're all locked. Anything else over here? It doesn't look like it, no. Let's close this door, because then we at least know that we've looked for everything in there. So, that leaves the administration. Oh, there was the cook in there. I don't think we can go through this, right? No. Storage room. I mean, it would make sense, right?
It's no use. The padlock won't give.
We can't go in from this side. That's where the cook is now. Guy with the lamp just went in there. Okay, he's just coming around the corner, which is not great. Come on. Just have to be a bit patient. For some reason, my mouse is incredibly sensitive today. Don't really know why. Okay. In here. There we go. That's it.
My new friend's sleeping pills.
Okay, he's coming, and I think he's going around there. Got it, we got it. That dude is literally just walking in our direction as well, which is nice. Let's not risk anything now. Okay. I think we have it. Okay. Let's see.
I've got what you want.
Show me!
Give him the sleeping pills.
There. And remember, they don't come for free.
Don't you worry, you'll have your diversion. Go on now, go hide yourself. The crows! They're everywhere! Make them go away! Help! The birds! They're attacking! That nonsense again.
He's gone.
What carnage?
Okay. That looks terrible. Jesus Christ, what the hell is going on in here? So he's doing not just experiments on the body, but also on the brain, it would seem. Holy macaroni. That does not bode well. Okay. Clear indication that we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. Look at this. Jesus. Alright. Let's see what we can do.
All the levers are activated.
Okay. There's another place here to hide. I don't like the sound of that. I'm not gonna lie. All the levers are activated. Right. Gone. Let's see what's happening now.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it! What's going on? There's somebody. Anyway, we must.
Not sure whether that was the smartest idea or if I should have hidden somewhere else. think our heartbeat intensifies. Not sure how much more time we have to stay in here. Yeah, I don't think that's a good thing to do.
Doctor, is that you?
It is Francis Sanders, indeed.
Don't worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You need treatment. Oh. Needs medicine professional. Did we miss stuff? We barely leveled up our medicine. I don't abandon the wounded. What did they do to you?
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from my cell. What did they do to you? What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
Oh.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
It's the secret of Sarah Hawkins. What do you know about the Hawkins?
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. No, don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me. No!
Sanders! What the hell? Oh God. I gotta.
Run.
Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
No idea where I am.
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
What just happened? Pierce woke up in an asylum installed in the cellars of the Riverside Institute. He met Dr. Colden, a female friend of Bradley, who helped him to escape. Wandering through the corridors of this place where Dr. Fuller reigns supreme, Pierce was able to talk to a man called Francis Sanders. Before dying in full view of the detective, he accused Sarah Hawkins of being the cause of his torments. Pierce finally left the accursed building, accompanied by Bradley and Colden. The companions in misfortune decide to use the Hawkins mansion as a hideout.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
I need a drink. Yeah, you and me both. I don't know if the sound just cut out a little bit. I could see the subtitles, but I didn't hear anything. I'll go down to them, just another quick check. Maybe there's something new now here, who knows? Oh wow, it's apparently a beautiful day. Look at this, the sun is out. Okay.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
It looks a little bit like a porcelain doll from that side. Anyhow, let's talk to you. You should be dead.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Well, where to begin? I might be onto a lead. Talk to Colden, talk to Bradley. Occultism, we don't have enough. What they had me endure. But talk to her first. Did Fuller found Riverside? Sarah Hawkins was committed. I saw dead bodies. What do you think of this prescription? Well, let's start with Sarah Hawkins was committed.
I found a file bearing Sarah Hawkins' name in the Institute's basement.
It makes sense. A powerful family like the Hawkins had the means to hide such a disgrace.
But everyone knows the Fullers have been taking care of the Hawkins for at least a generation. And all were aware of Mrs. Hawkins' fragility.
Perhaps, but no one would allow a psychiatric internment.
From what I read in the file, Fuller used her as a subject of his experiments.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins, subjects of Dr. Fuller. Why those two?
What do you think of this prescription?
I found this at the Hawkins house. The doses seem insane.
Barbiturates. But these doses...
What do you mean?
Half the island is under treatment. What is prescribed here, however, is enough to knock out an ox.
Fuller wrote this prescription to fool everyone into believing she was mad.
Or perhaps her husband wrote it.
Perhaps Charles and Dr. Fuller were in league.
A conspiracy. How dreadful.
I'm not so sure anymore. Remember what Sanders said at the end? He blamed her. Saw dead bodies.
Dr. Fuller seems to be leaving a trail of corpses. Not to mention those strange machines, and chains, and tools of all kind.
Yes. I've been telling you that Fuller uses his patients as guinea pigs.
What I saw was more akin to torture than medicine.
Do you even hear what you're saying? Dr. Fuller is highly respected.
It's the truth, Ethan. And I'll prove it to you. I'm listening, Mr. Pierce.
Fuller found Riverside.
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it was Fuller's creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla.
The Scylla?
He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
Did you see those experiments? You say you don't fear him? Alright. Talk to Bradley. You should be dead, medicine professional. Oh, come on. To test psychology. Let's try it.
I heard you talking earlier.
Why am I not surprised?
I get the impression you two don't get along.
Intrusive and not very clever. Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
Did that fail or not? Weird. You did see Charles was alive.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Well, I found this. Oh, your memory seems to be failing you.
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
I found a Darkwater PD badge. Lost a colleague recently?
What the...
Bradley.
Ethan?
I'm all right. I just had a... It's gone.
You're sure?
If it's important, it'll come back. But I can't explain why Dr. Fuller would have that badge.
The man's a danger, believe me.
What can we do, Pierce?
That's the question, isn't it? So we can't use this, we did everything else. It's the object of a cult. They had me endure.
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller. And a nurse. Blood. Everywhere. My legs. The pain. I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed... demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Sort of crisis. He called him the Shambler.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
With Colden on that one. I mean, we're having a hard time piecing things together right now. Let's stay prudent.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well.
This will
I'll
affect
go
your
to see
destiny.
Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Game saved. Talk to Sanders' widow. Consult the diary. Alright. Let me just have a quick look here. Pierce. We have 3 CP available. I would definitely like to level up the... Actually, it's both. Investigation would be good, but eloquence might also be useful. Ability to influence those you talk to. Especially if we're going to talk to the wife of Sanders. Sanity. Oh, a couple of new things now. Macabre discovery. Searching through the cellars of the Riverside Institute, Pierce entered a room that he first took for a morgue, but the advanced state of decay of the corpses that lay about the place quickly made him realize that he was wrong. Nothing could justify the presence of such a charnel house in a hospital. The putrid smell and the total absence of respect for human life, as witnessed by this room, profoundly shocked Pierce, costing him some of his sanity. This is shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their mark, but you still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity? The death of Francis Sanders. Oh, so that's our state now. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. Not necessarily a hiding place, right? Anyhow, Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumble to the ground. During long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that could explain this event. Weakened by his wounds, the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmares that haunt him. We now have Sanders 47. She was 33, so quite a difference. Anyway, art dealer. Francis Sanders knew Sarah Hawkins. I mean, we figured that we made that actually out ourselves already before. So well that he accused her of being the source of his suffering. The man gauged his eyes out with his own hands and smeared the walls of his cell with esoteric symbols. He seemed to be obsessed with a Shambler linked to Sarah Hawkins. He died before my eyes in circumstances that I cannot explain. Dr. Fuller, 52. Riverside's senior physician. Dr. Fuller reigns as the undisputed master of the Riverside Institute and of its cellars, in which he carries out illegal experiments on his patients. Don't know what he has done to me, but I shouldn't be back on my feet so soon. after my fall when the tunnels under the Hawkins mansion caved in. This man is dangerous, and I'd swear that he knows more about all this business than he is willing to tell. Cellars of the Riverside Institute. Strictly speaking, I didn't spend much time in the hospital. When I woke up, I was immediately transferred into the cellars of the Institute, a sort of clandestine asylum where Dr. Fuller carried out his experiments on patients without being troubled. Unknown machines sit beside anatomical drawings that are disturbing, to say the least. I just managed to escape from this place. I might not have as much luck another time. Knowledge of the Breviary of Medicine. Okay. Good. What should we do? Let's have some more
Let us
conversations.
go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Yeah, we can go in a second. Just give me a moment. Just a quick sip over here. Have a drink. Don't have a drink. You know what? I think we've endured enough. This will affect your destiny. Oh no! I wonder whether that was such a wise choice. I just realized that we have a tattoo on our arm, it seems. I did not realize that before. Wonder if there's anything else here that we should pick up or not. But let's talk to Bradley.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Yeah, you're right. Everything is very confusing in my head. Wanna go upstairs again for just a moment? Can we still go through here? Oh, it's all leave then, I guess, right? Let's take the door downstairs and see if it's the same outcome. Yeah, it's the same one. Alright. Chapter 6. Sanders' Residence. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow. Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter, who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Oh, look who's here.
Well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Okay. You must not feel guilty. He died screaming right before my eyes. I was no longer there when it happened. You're taking it quite well. Let's try. You must not feel guilty.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Well, I share your grief, but I had nothing to do with it. The true culprit is Fuller. It wasn't me who sent him there. Oh, that's changing the tone quite drastically. Don't want to blame Fuller. We're a stranger to her as well, and who knows how long she knows him at least. And our eloquence is, I think, too low. It wasn't me who sent him there.
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, Detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Oh boy. What's capturing here? I mean, if we get the opportunity to ask, we can, but how do you know Sarah Hawkins?
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
Interesting. He brought her from Europe. I thought she was from Boston. Did he speak to you of a shambler?
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Game saved. Alright, and after that introduction to Mrs. Sanders, I think this is a perfect opportunity to take a break and pause here for a moment. A lot to digest, but we've made it out from this horrible institute, one way or another, and we will continue our investigation in the next episode. Until then, please look after yourself, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you again fairly soon. Bye bye.